And I always tell people success is not based on your color or your gender. It's really based on how hard you work and how much you take. You know, sometimes you just have to take the moment and take the opportunities, because we can miss it in the moment of feeling less than. I think relevance is so key and important if you're in any career. You know, how do you, or any relationship, how do you stay relevant in your relationship, intimate, you know, on an intimate level? How do you stay relevant at the workplace where you can move up or you can grow? How do you, you know, stay relevant as a freelancer who you're as good as your last job? You have to understand that you are a brand and you're building. So, you know, I always look at my life like, you know, there's this concrete level that we talked about earlier, the foundation. But, you know, with any building, you need renovations. You know, they break down. You have to take care of it, you have to maintain it, you have to furnish it. The things you put inside of it kind of creates and tells the story about, you know, what kind of character you have and who you are. And that's how I look at, you know, life, and that's how I look at my career. I'm constantly looking for ways to keep it, you know, fresh and make it a happy place.
So the exchange for me is what the Odyssey is about, you know, that exchange of ideas, of outlook, but also creating a chain, because you wanted to be able to be a conduit for African people who felt they wanted a connection that side, and to have the same, to have a very organic exchange with people where it doesn't feel transactional, but it feels that you've connected with sisters and you can open doors for one another. You know, it could be in my space, it could be within my friendships, it could be within my business circle, and that excites me because that's what my work has always been about. Carabao Productions, I feel, is going through a transition which is beginning to closely emulate or reflect where I am in my life. I think the evolution of the company is very symbolic because it's reflecting what's happening in my own life. It's a very difficult thing to admit when you feel that you've outgrown certain aspects of what you've done for a long time. So together with the SABC, I approached them, which never happens, to say that I don't like this show anymore. I'd like to see the show evolve. I'd like it to reflect who I am more. And I think because it is such an important voice for African women, it's the first, you know, black female talk show. And the SABC understands its importance in this current space because of what's happening with women in South Africa. We are having this evolution which is going to be happening in terms of the presenter, the focus of the show, the kind of topics that we are covering and what we do with them beyond just that one night that you see on television. I'm getting more and more involved with community work, and I don't want to have a show that does not reflect that. So that's what's happening with that particular show. Love it to bits. It's always been very close to my heart. I presented it for many years.